Hey everybody, Ben here. Message for someone. First and foremost, thanks for clicking on the video and thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So when I was connecting and I lit my sage, it was bellowing out a lot of smoke and it was like suffocating me, if you will. Like I was smoking cigarettes, like exhaling this smoke. It was smothering me. At that point, I closed my eyes and I saw the world and then like zoomed in a whole bunch and it was like a person in a room, a black room. Everything was black. Just picture a square and you standing in there with no window, door, any way out. And what do you do in a place like that? What do? You could go inward. So I started to go inward, but then I like mustered up like all this strength, all my energy, and exploded out. Like all the walls, the roof just disintegrated. And I was in, I don't know how to describe it, almost like maybe like a Europe countryside, and if I'm not mistaken, like the way the older houses were built, and going into the house, beautiful gardens everywhere. And when I went into the house, like fresh baked bread and a home cooked meal, utilizing like everything in the gardens to produce the food, and in the house, all the decor was all you know, all these items from the garden, whether drying to be reused, like a very connected to earth, utilizing everything that's being, available to us and using that for our space, our home, for us, nurturing ourselves. So then I did pull some cards. I did pull one of these cards first, and it was the distraction. So right away, I'm thinking about this smoke that was smothering me. Think of that black box that we were in, like entrapment, smothered in whatever this may be. Our first card out was the Queen of Pentacles, practicality. This can also be, like nesting and very connected to the earth, like I was saying before with what came through, utilizing everything in that garden, in our space, and, not just for food, but to enrich our space, bringing all of these, it's matter, earthly possessions, not just, looking at money, that maybe this smoke and the box, the distraction is the material, when we can be so bountiful and plentiful with, nature in general, everything that's available to us. Our next card was Five of Cups and disappointment. Normally on this card, originally it's, 3 cups spilled, 2 cups are full, and we're focusing on the disappointment. When I did look at this card, I see algebra is, oh, sorry, can't read this reverse, is a C, but what really stuck out was home ec, a B minus. And if I'm not mistaken, that is, where we learned to sew, and maybe we learned cooking, and, how to write a checkbook, these basic things to be an adult, the heck with everything else. These were great tools to be self sufficient. And going back to this very, some would call it basic living. I don't see it at all. I mean, it is difficult. It's hard work to cultivate all that, but it's extremely rewarding. It's natural, no preservatives, and we are self sufficient. We are doing this all on our own. Maybe we yearn for something like that, but the distraction of the money, the material, has been leading the way. Next card was Seven of Swords reversed, consequences. This could also be, facing our own truth, that maybe we misled ourselves, or we allowed society, family, friends to mislead us down a path that is what everybody does, and it normally brings security and all these things. Yet we we yearn for a more personal experience in life, which is beautiful. Three of Wands reversed, impatience. We think of the wands. We're looking at like our willpower and our passion. Sorry, and maybe we're putting a lot of energy into these goals, that we have, and the rewards aren't coming as we see. We're getting impatient. Like, I've been doing this for so long, and I'm not seeing anything out of it. Our last card was Ten of Pentacles reversed. Family dispute. This could also be looked at as long-term plans. I wanted to be here at this age, or to be at this situation. Maybe we were in a very uh, trying work environment, working a lot to try to generate a lot of money to leave that space to go to this more authentic living. Or maybe we want to, but people aren't on our side for it. Because, a lot of times when we share goals and aspirations that aren't in line with the normal, it's going to be knocked down because it's out of fear. They may not present themselves as it being out of fear, but a lot of these self-limiting beliefs will be projected onto us, and it will seem, oh, foolish me, what was I thinking that I could do that, or I could experience that. Also, doing such a thing, we could also remove ourselves from friend groups and what we knew. To leave the life that is all we ever knew is a difficult thing, whatever that may be, big or small. Even just stopping a habit or an addiction, you lose people that you would associate with while doing such a thing. It's a lot of big changes, especially if we were going to this natural driven home. It's going to be, say we wanted a friend to go that route, or I should say a partner, and you have to leave a lot of those things behind that are readily available, if you will. And it is hard work, but it's, like I said, it's very rewarding to provide for yourself in a way. And it makes it, because it's energy, it's a manifestation, it's magic in essence. You are growing something, you are nurturing it through that process, and then you are embodying it and allowing all that energy to be given right back to you. It is a huge process that is much deeper than, hey, I grew a carrot and I ate it type of deal. So I will leave it there. I wish you all the best. If you liked it, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to you guys later.